Hello everyone, this is Preeti and I'm a Java and OneStack trainer. In this session, we are going to explain you what is JavaScript, why it is used, and what are the ways to add the JavaScript. In the JavaScript, what are the topics we are going to learn. So that everything we are going to discuss in this session. Okay now, before moving on JavaScript, what is the brief history here? So let's see. You know, when it is created, the JavaScript, very simple. JavaScript was created in the year of 1995 by Brendan Eich at Netscape Communications Corporation to add interactivity to the web pages. Initially, it is a simple client-side scripting language. It has evolved into a core, versatile technology of the modern web, used for both front-end and back-end development. When it is developed in the year of 1995, and who developed means you have to say that Brendan Eich, and when it is developed means in the year of 1995. It was initially code named as Mocha. This JavaScript initially what they call Mocha. Then they renamed to LiveScript during development time. It was finally renamed JavaScript in the year of 1995, okay, as a making a strategy to capitalize on the popularity of a Java programming language, because when they are naming JavaScript, before that they introduced something like Java programming language, very popular on that days. Very now also Java is a very popular language only, everyone is using it. Because of that reason they kept this name as JavaScript. Okay, coming to the standardization, if we talk about the standardization, Microsoft introduced its own reverse engineered version called JScript in Internet Explorer 3, leading to compatible issues known as the browser wars it happening. So what they call now as a JavaScript only. Okay, so this is all about the history. Okay, this history of JavaScript. Let's move ahead how the JavaScript will be. So can you see the pictures over here? The first picture, what it indicates? Very simple. Observe here. Skeleton, which means that's HTML. Human body is itself, we call it as CSS. And coming to the human brain, which is JavaScript. How it will be working? HTML without any a style or a skin or a color, what we call HTML. And if you added a colors, dress, skin, everything, the dressing things, makeup things, what we call that as CSS. And coming to the JavaScript, so whatever, we have a brain over here, correct? The brain which sends some commands, some activities. So you have to think, then only you can do the activity, correct? So without a brain, your activity will not play, correct? So that is the reason brain is also important part of our body. That is the reason JavaScript is also important part for the web page design. The second picture, what it indicates, very simple. There will be a car in this picture. The car without a color, what we say? HTML. With the color, what we say? CSS. And without this engine, your car will drive? No, it's not possible. Correct? So that is the reason JavaScript engine is also important to drive your web pages. Easily we can control and alter the HTML using the JavaScript engine. Okay. This is the two examples I've showed you. Let's move to the representation of a web page. What are the languages we need to create the web page? Very simple. These are the front-end languages only. First as HTML. Why it is used? content and structure the things in the web page. Headings we can add, paragraphs we can add, lists we can add, all the tags which you are adding it in the HTML. Coming to the CSS. Coming to the CSS, we will be calling this as a presentation layer, everybody. Presentation layer. Presentation layer, which means the font I can add, color I can add, background color I can add, border I can add. All the styles I can add with the help of what? CSS over here. Correct? And later we will be moving to the JavaScript. JavaScript is used to represent the dynamic behavior for the web pages. What are the dynamic behavior? I can use the dynamic display, widgets we can create, user interaction, it is happening in the JavaScript, and click to open a pop-up also it is happening in the JavaScript. This is why we call it as a dynamic behavior for the web pages. At least you understood why HTML is added, why CSS is added, why JavaScript is added. Okay, so let's move ahead with what is JavaScript. What is JavaScript, everybody? So JavaScript is a programming language. Initially, it is designed to interact with the elements of a web page. In web browsers, JavaScript consists of three main parts. What are the three main parts? It is, whenever we are using the JavaScript, it is designed to interact with the pages. Either it is a dynamic behavior or interaction with the pages. Everything it is going to use when you are using the JavaScript. JavaScript is also having a three main parts here. First main, what is that? ECMAScript. It is used for creation of a core functionality. So ECMAScript provides the core functionality. Core functionality means very simple. Suppose if you are having a fan, if you click on the switch, then only it will be turning on. If you turn off, it is going to turn off. That switch is the functionality to rotate your fan. So that is what that functionality, how it will be added using the ECMAScript concept. This is the first main. And second main, come to the second main. In this, we will be having a DOM concept. What is DOM? Document Object Model, which provides interfaces for interacting with the elements on a web page. What are you going to interact? Interacts with elements on a web page. Okay. DOM concept, it is always interacting with the elements. Elements, you are using a HTML elements like tags, we are using it. Heading, paragraph, anchor tag. These are all elements. For that, we are adding the DOM concept. It always interacts with the elements of a web page. Then coming to the browser object model, BOM. So shortcut we say it as BOM. Provides the browser API for interacting with the web browser. This is web pages. It is used to interact with the web pages and it is used to interact with the web browser. Like we have a web browsers like Google Chrome, Safari, Microsoft Edge, okay, many more, Firefox. Yes or no? Many more are there. This is how the three main parts work. Okay, so these three you are going to learn in a JavaScript. If you know these three, you completed JavaScript. Clearly, if you understood these three main parts, your JavaScript is done. Okay, so we will have some glance on what is client side, what is server side. Let's go to the next. Client side versus server side JavaScript. What is client side over here? The client side means it is a front end side. Server side means it is a back end side. Client side, which will be having languages over here. What are the languages here? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These three. And server side, what we have? Obviously, we are connecting with the Node.js and MongoDB. If it is a one stack, correct? Don't bother about other things. We are talking about MERN stack means you will be having a HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as a front end. Client side, we are connecting it, and back end side, Node.js and MongoDB. Even we can connect with the Express.js also, server side. Okay, this is the client side and server side. I'll take a real-time example here. Suppose if I ask here in the Google, I'll just type here just what is computer. I'm getting a response here. Can you see that now? I'm getting a response. I'm just requesting what is computer in the Google browser. Then I'm getting the response as an answer. A computer is an electronic device that takes raw data as an input, processes it following instructions, software, and produces a useful information as output, and enabling tasks like calculation, data storage, retrieval, complex operations at high speeds. This is what it gives. Definitely, if you're just requesting for something, it is going to give the answer. Requesting what you are doing through the front end, and what you are getting the answer through the back end part. This is this is the client, this is the server side. When you are requesting something, it is going to store this answer where it is going to store in the storage, data storage, database. Okay, that database it is going to give you the answer. This is what the server side and the client side, how the things works in the real-time example also I have shown you people. Next, we will move to the very important concept, how many ways to add the JavaScript. 3 places to put a JavaScript code. What are the 3 ways? Let's see. To put a JavaScript code. What are the 3 ways? First, between the body tag. Secondly, between the header tag. And third most, what is that? In .js file as an external we can connect it. These 3 I'll show you with the example. For this JavaScript, I'm just using the VS Code. I have already folder over here. I already have a JS intro folder. In this folder, I'm going to create the file. The file name, I'll just give it as body.html file. Okay, done with that. Firstly, what we need to do? Use the structure. And this is how. Now, in the body, when I'm taking a body tag, inside that only I just wanted to insert the script. How we can insert? Very simple. I will be taking one button. Button inside, I just want to click me. Okay, this button. If you see this, I just show you people. Take the new tab. Now you see that one button will be created, that is click me. Okay, this is click me. If I click something, it should respond, right? That is what the JavaScript means. Actions should be taken, activities should be taken, everything. Okay. For that, I just want to add inside the body. If you're adding a script tag, how to insert the JavaScript? Use the script tag first. Then you can use the function. The function name I just want show message. Just I'll write it as okay. This is the function name. In this function, I just want the pop-up. JavaScript inside body. uh, When I click the button, then only it should display the message, right? The alert box I just want. So what I'll do here, what is the function name? Show message. Now you go and just reload the page. Click here, JavaScript inside a body tag. So which means that in the body tag, I can insert the script with the help of what? Script tag. Then add whatever you wanted to insert it. This is the first step. Let's create one more file. I'm going to create one more file. For that, I just want to insert the JavaScript in the head.html. Listen carefully and it will be very important. Okay, I just want to take a button click me. Okay, where I have to insert? Inside the header tag. Inside the header tag, what you have to use? Script. Script function message. Inside that script inside the head tag. Okay, if you see, I just want to refresh. See, this is not okay. This file is different. You just copy the path over here. I'll take a new tab and just paste it. Okay, this is. I just want to add the color also. You can add it, no issues. Style, color. Okay, red. Save and just go and refresh. Now see, color, background color. If you wanted to add, you can add it, no issues. Okay, I just want to add a background color. You can add it. Background color, I'm just adding it as aqua color. See, now you see this background color is applied. Like way, you can apply any styles. Now what I just want to display, see, suppose if I click here, it has to display the message which I am writing it. In the button, I'm going to take one attribute. What is that attribute? On click. When I click, it is going to display. So what is that? Save and just go and reload the page. When you click here, the script is inside the header tag. Now we already applied with the body tag and header tag. The next we are applying it in the external side. External side, how to apply? Very simple. You have to create. I'm just creating one file, a new file. It's a file name. You have to write it. Better here we will create. This is new folder. This is new file. External. External dot HTML file. In this file, I'll take a button, submit it. Okay, submit. Better only submit. Okay, that button. So I'll copy the path. Now we go. One button will be there. What is the button name? Submit. You can add the colors, whatever. Okay. Here I just want to add the style. Style, color, white. Background color I want to apply. Blue violet. Okay. Yes. Now if you see, it is applied. If I click submit button, nothing is happening because we are not added to the external. So let's add that one also. Here, I just want to connect with the external means it is external, it says that it is outside the file. So for that, we have to create one file. The name, I'll just give it as external.js. You can use script.js. You can give any names. It is not mandatory that external only. Okay. Here, if you write HTML tags, it is not going to take. I'll show you that also. But it is not going to display. Suppose here it is not showing the error. It is not going to display. It is going to display as a text format when you are writing HTML tags here. Okay. Just remove it. If I add a CSS over here, like H1 color red, it is not going to accept. It shows clearly error because it is not CSS. It is completely JS file, which means that you will be having script coding only. Script only. Okay. Now, here what I'll do, I want to take a function. The function as on message function, you write it. Here I want to pass the alert. Inside that script in the external side. Suppose if I click this, nothing is working. Why? You added already script. Why it is not working means very simple. Whenever you do outside the file, you are saving with a file, you have to link this. Where you have to link? Link in the HTML. Link it properly. How to link? Script single colon src. Src, give the file name. What is the file name? External.js. It comes automatically. External.js file. Now you go and reload the page. Suppose if you click, it is not showing, correct? It will not show. Why? Because in the button we are not using on click. On click. In that on click, which function I have to first? On message. Click it. Now script is in the external side. This is a very simple ways to add the scripting language in 3 ways. What are the ways? We have 3 ways: between the body tag of HTML, between the head tag of HTML, and the external JavaScript file also we can connect. These 3 are mandatory. Okay, you can use any one of these any one of these places. Okay, and next I'm going to talk about JavaScript variable. In any programming language, you see variable concept will be there. What is variable? JavaScript variable means what? JavaScript variable is simply a name of a storage location. There are 2 types of variables in JavaScript. First as a local variable and second as a global variable concept. 2 variable concept will be there. Okay, first as local, second as a global. Like way here also we will be having a concept. It is a storage location. It is the variable is given for a name for the storage location. Okay. Then there are some rules while declaring a JavaScript variable. What are the rules? Also we call this as a identifiers. What are the rules? Very simple rules it applies here. Name must starts with a letter like A to Z. Alphabets we are having uppercase, lowercase. Underscore or dollar sign. And after first letter, we can use a digits 0 to 9. For example, first you have to use the characters, then you have to use it as numbers. And JavaScript variables are case sensitive. Uppercase A and lowercase a are different. Here, for example, uppercase x and lowercase x are different. That is why we call this as a case sensitive. Okay. So now you got the point how the JavaScript variables you have to declare it. I'll show you a simple what is the wrong thing, what is the right thing while declaring a variable. So I'll take a notepad. Very simple rules. You cannot start with a number like this. You cannot start one like this. This is the wrong variable declaration. How we can start like this? Message 1. This is the right one. And what's it says after first letter you can use digits. You can start with a letter. Variable name must start with a letter or underscore or dollar sign. Like way, see. I'll show you example. Suppose I can start with a dollar. Then you can use here characters, alphabets. Like I just want to use message. This is the right one. And you can use underscore as a variable. This is the right one. Okay. This is how the declaration of variable it happens. Like way, suppose if I take, can we use like Arnav underscore data? It is also right. In between also you can use in underscore and dollar sign. In between you can use numbers. But starting you cannot use the numbers. So got the point at least how to declare the variable. This is the concept. In every programming language you will be having this type of a rules. This is the syntaxes, which means that some rules which applies for the variable. Okay, thank you everybody. I hope this session is very interesting, and for the upcoming videos please follow up the videos.